Alright, this morning we want to get the bed liner coating on the floor side money. We had to put a little patch in the floor, so we're going to bed line the bottom. We'll show you that a little bit later. Right now we're going to show you the mixing process, I guess. We're using Sem Rocket black bed liner coating. We're going to thin it out a little bit, add some hardener, and use a roller to apply it. So let's see how that works out. I always line the paint tray with foil, then I don't have to keep getting paint trays. I can reuse that one a couple of times. Okay, well, I got everything taped off. I scuffed everything up a little bit with a Scotch pad yesterday, wiped it all down with some lacquer thinner. And now we're going to see what we can do here. I don't like most of this, so a lot of this is going to have to go. I want to get this out in the sun so that it'll dry some. It's pretty cold here today. And I'm trying to just put a light coat. Better get a mask. This stuff's pretty potent.
Alright, you won't be able to hear me too well, but we did get a respirator and a little paintbrush for the spots we're not getting too good with the roller. We're moving along now. There, Curtis.
Well, there we have it. 1 quart did it. It's not perfect by no means. Won't be too bad for just a work truck. Pretty happy with it. We'll put it outside in the sun to dry, and we're going to move on to something else for a little while. So, we got the saddle tank, the side money out, where we had to fix the bed. The top side from the seam up, we took a wire brush to, wiped it all off with thinner. We're going to spray it with some of this Rust-Oleum rust reformer. And then we're going to undercoat it. Then we're going to flip it over and do the other side. Get it ready to put back in. Let's see what happens. So this side of the tank is all undercoated. We're going to let it dry, do some cleaning up, and flip it over and do the other side. Same process, just the other side of the tank. Then she'll be ready to put back in. Well, our bed floor didn't turn out too bad in side money. Ready for the mat and the bed cover. We got the visors in with Jill's lipstick mirror. This mirror we bought at AutoZone with a 3M self-adhesive backing didn't work. She's coming a long ways, this little girl. So here's the skid plate for the gas tank. We're going to undercoat this real quick, scrape it off, clean it up, and then get the gas tank prepared to put in. We got to find a J-bolt, cut a couple pieces of rubber, get all that stuff cleaned up. So the first thing we're going to do is take some of this Evercoat metal to metal and put that in the seam. Hopefully that'll seal it up some. It's supposed to be waterproof and all that stuff. Hopefully it'll work on that edge. We're going to mix that up, put that in the seam, put the bed bolt on, and go from there. But this is what we're going to put in the edge of where the two pieces of welded metal meet. So on the underside here, you can see the patchwork we did. There was a bag of cement in the bed of the truck, and it rotted a hole in the floor and a whole bunch of this cross member. So we made a cross member welded in and a patch in the floor. It's not perfect by no means, but it does the job and what we need done for a work truck. Compared to what we're going to do to this truck when we're towing cars with it and hauling engines, this will be perfect. If I wasn't trying to get this truck to last me a while, I wouldn't even have fixed it. I'd have just let it go. But I want this to last me as long as I can. And I'm sure I could have done a much better job repairing it. But this is good enough for what I need to do. Seal that up, primer it, undercoat this area, and spray some lubricating oil film protectant up under here and put this gas tank back in. I don't want to turn this into a career project. I want to get it done and get back on other things. So let's get this sucker going. We're going to try to doctor up this floor a little bit. Seal up that edge. And I know this is not a proper way. It should be butt welded. Every one of you guys, when you mess with your work truck, you butt weld everything to death and make a perfect patch panel. I know. It's a work truck. My goal for this truck is to tow cars. Retire my 79 so I can fix it up. And when I'm done with that one, maybe I'll buy another truck and retire this one. Who knows? But for now, this is taking its place. And I just want to seal that edge a little bit to keep the water out of there. I'm not trying to build a show truck. I'm not trying to do a perfect restoration on this truck. It's a driver. It's not going to car shows. It's hauling engines. I just went to Parma in my 79 and picked up a couple motors. And it's got a bad frame. I just got another frame for it, so we're going to give that little truck some love. But I got to get something together to use, and it's going to be this work truck. There we go. Self-etching primer and some undercoat. We're going to primer that up a little bit. And now we're going to go right to undercoat. And then we'll oil this down and get it ready to pop the gas tank in there. We got to find another J-bolt for the back half of the tank strap. And we got to get a piece of rubber to go in here for this part of the tank. So, and we'll take a quick break for technical difficulty. I'll get the primer and the undercoat, show you what I'm going to do with that. And then we'll move on to getting the gas tank ready to reinstall. But I know that is not going to just stick out like that. Yep, let's see if we can get on the other side. Figure this thing out some. We gotta try to turn it. It's gotta turn, I think. I don't know. Still awful close having that right there, though. Alright, we're back. See if this bolt will fit in that hole and tighten up any. Won't be close to being right. Which I don't think it is, but it may be. Heck, I gotta go a half a mile. That ain't gonna be even remotely right, is it?